television's original automotive magazine.
When shopping for a car, consumers have two choices. They can buy or they can lease. And for many, leasing is the intelligent option. But you'd better be aware of what you're getting into before you sign on the dotted line. Our FYI reporter Yolanda Vasquez breaks down the do's and don'ts of leasing to help make it a smart and stress-free experience.
Every time you turn on the TV, there's another car commercial.
Oh, these aren't BMW keys.
Offering a great deal on leasing a vehicle.
Now lease a Honda Odyssey for $279 a month.
As car prices continue to rise, leasing is becoming a more popular alternative to traditional new car purchases. Today, there are 17 million people who lease a vehicle in the U.S.
We have a long history of consumer leasing.
President of Allstate Leasing, Brent Barron, says you can typically negotiate a lower monthly payment on a lease rather than a purchase. But if you decide to go that route, here are a few things to consider. Mileage. Most lease transactions are based on 12 to 15,000 miles a year. If you go over that amount, there will be a substantial charge for excess mileage.
That could be anywhere from 15 to 25, 30 cents a mile. And that's going to be something that you may be able to negotiate up front when you lease the vehicle.
Length of lease. Typically, they range from 24 to 48 months. Ideally, you want the length of the lease to coincide with the manufacturer's warranty coverage.
That way, your vehicle is usually always under warranty while you're driving it.
Additional charges include disposition fee, acquisition fee, and the dreaded early termination fee.
You really shouldn't enter into a lease transaction if you think there's a chance that you're going to have to move out of it early.
When you terminate a lease, it means that you have to prepay all the outstanding payments with the leasing company.
And that could be thousands of dollars.
It is thousands of dollars.
Sergio Stieberman should know. He leased a BMW several years ago. When he wanted to bail out early, the dealer told him he had to pay $14,000.
I said, if I'm going to pay you and give you my car, I might as well keep the car and drive it. So it made absolutely no sense.
Stieberman soon discovered he wasn't alone. That's when he created his Florida-based company, LeaseTrader.com.
We match a person that wants out of a lease with a person that wants to take over and assume that car. Very simple.
Maryland resident Ashuel Undier recently used the matchmaking service to unload this 2006 Jeep Commander.
Essentially, within a few hours, the information was available.
For everyone to see.
For everyone to see, and that's what I needed.
Undier had a buyer within 2 weeks, but when it was time to transfer the lease, he experienced some difficulty with his leasing company.
And they were like, well, we don't usually do that, but, you know, yeah, if you insist, we are going to see what we can do, but you will still be responsible for the car.
Keep in mind, some companies will hold the original leaseholder responsible for any missed payments, damages, excess mileage, even after the lease has been transferred. So it's important to know where your responsibilities begin and end. Stieberman has spent years educating leasing companies and manufacturers about the benefits of lease transfers.
There's some companies out there that are not so friendly to leasing, and once they lock you in, they have you.
While most of the focus of a lease transfer is on the seller, there are a large number of buyers who actively seek out lease assumptions.
Today, you have 4 times as many people want to take over a car than you have people wanting to get out of them.
The advantages are numerous. You get to test drive a car, there are no upfront costs, and many of the fees are negotiable. Kwasi Deborah met up with a motivated seller on LeaseTrader.com. She sweetened the pot by offering a cash incentive. She paid you $1,500?
Yeah, that was part of the agreement, that she would pay $1,500 for me to take over the lease.
Deborah picked up the remaining payments of this BMW X5. He says the whole process was a win-win situation for both parties.
This is not for everybody, I would say, you know, but if you're lucky and you get the right car, the right situation, I think it makes sense.
So before you head to the dealership, make sure you brush up on your leasing lingo and do some serious homework. Knowing how the leasing process works will help you decide if this popular option is right for you.